It's not your fault. We can't say this enough. The environmental crisis isn't your fault. No matter how hard you try, you can't only buy goods that are good for the environment. An enormous amount of the goods that we import because they are produced cheaply by avoiding our more stringent environmental standards. Almost all of the food we import is grown in a way that is doing serious harm to other parts of the world, and very often these are the poorest parts of the world. Even the ones produced responsibly are shipped here in giant tankers that belch pollution. So it's not your fault. But that doesn't mean you can look the other way. If a rich nation like Scotland doesn't choose to do the right thing, the world is in very big trouble. But before I explain what we should do, I want to say something that's really important. If saving the environment makes people's lives worse, we'll never do it. We need to move forward in a way that will improve people's lives and save the planet at the same time, or we won't move forward at all. Commonweal is determined that we should stop talking about environmental protection as if it is a sacrifice. The key is to achieve a circular economy. It explains how circular economics can give us access to much better products that actually cost us less because they cut out the waste. This also gives us the key to how we deal with imports. Instead of importing cheap things that we intend to throw away, we should make many more high-quality things ourselves, which we intend to keep, or in the case of food, replace bad food with good local food. This also creates really high-quality jobs in Scotland. In economics, this is known as green import substitution reindustrialisation, which is possibly the worst name given to anything ever. But as an example, your washing machine is probably made in China to save you some money, so it will not be designed to be repaired. It helps big businesses making it if you have to buy another one before you should. If it was made in Scotland, it would cost a bit more, but if it was made properly in Scotland, it could be designed to be much better, much more reliable, repairable and upgradable. If it starts to look old, you could replace the front piece with a more modern one. And because you would lease it with a lifetime maintenance contract, you would pay very little each month, and over its lifetime would save you lots of money. No one should need to own more than 1 or 2 washing machines in their lifetime. Even things that we don't make here can be treated in the same way. If we stopped importing poor quality products that we only use occasionally, and instead your local tool library bought the best quality ones that you borrow when you need them, and they were looked after really well, we could import many, many fewer products and get better ones and save money. With food, we can grow and process much of what we eat in Scotland. It will cost slightly more, but we'll have saved so much on everything else that you won't mind because the quality is so much higher, and those on low incomes can be supported. What is really exciting is that with modern technology we can grow things that we've never grown before in Scotland. If we grow indoors with artificial light, there is, in theory, nothing we couldn't grow. In fact, Commonweal has calculated that we could grow a quarter of everything that Scotland needs in this way, and even with today's not yet efficient, not yet developed technology, it would cost us about £1.75 per person per day. This will get much cheaper. But then we do need to address the problem of poor quality imports. The way to do this is through what is called an externality tax. Externalities are real-world costs that are not contained in the price of the product. So, for example, when you buy something from the supermarket, it is your council tax that pays for all the bin lorries to take away all that packaging you threw along when you use it. If you make things cost their real price, then you can make real choices. An externality tax takes things like the cost of waste, the cost of carbon pollution, the cost of soil degradation, the environmental cost of transport, and adds these to the cost of the product. This, of course, makes bad products more expensive, but not good ones. And the revenue can be given back to the consumer. You could get a tax cut at your other taxes, or a payment every month to cover the extra costs. To do this, we should create a national leasing service and a widespread network of tool libraries. Pursue a strategy of green import substitution reindustrialisation and start making things in Scotland again. Invest in advanced food growing technologies and Scottish food processing. Stimulate all of these using public procurement, so local authorities providing food for schools. Set up a national consumer agency to assess the environmental impact of what is sold in shops and impose an externality tax accordingly. Take the money raised from this and give it back to you in the form of a universal basic income. This has only been a really quick run through, so I really encourage you to go and have a look at our work in more detail. It can save our planet, it can improve our lives, create good jobs in Scotland and create an economic boom. And we can still do the right thing by the countries in the poorest part of the world.